Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Like today we are going to make a Pongal recipe. So today is the South Indian Harvest Festival of Pongal or Sankranti. So we are going to prepare Pongal, two Pongals actually. One is sweet and savory Pongal. Let's see how to do it. So first I am having two separate bowls. This I am planning to use it for sweet Pongal, and this I am planning to use it for savory Pongal. So I am going to take 1 cup of rice in this. And 1/4 cup of moong dal in the same cup. And in another I am going to make a little bit large quantity of savory pongal. So I have taken a larger cup for savory pongal. In this I will be taking 1 cup of rice and 1/4 of moong dal in the same ratio. So I will wash both the rices and come. The rice I have washed 2 times. First water I let it out, I throwed it out, but the second wash water I have kept it so that we can use it in the pongal preparation. So I think we can get started. So actually if you are doing for any tiffin or other recipes, you don't need to follow these customs. I am doing it because it's part of Pongal celebration, so I am doing it authentically, starting with milk. But if you are doing for normal Pongal preparation, normal Pongal for tiffin or lunch recipes, this thing you don't need to follow. So first I am going to add a cup of milk in each pot, one for sweet pongal and another for savory pongal. Okay. So let's wait for the milk to boil and come up, so that we can enjoy the festival of Pongal. After that we can start with the preparation. Okay. So if you see, the milk is coming up, so let's wait for another minute so that let it completely come up. So I'm just keeping the water ready. So it came nicely up. So during this time we used to say Pongalo Pongal. So I am also going to do that. Pongalo Pongal. See. Pongalo Pongal. Okay. So after this we can add the rice washed water which we have. So I am going to add okay, let it boil. After that we can start adding the rice. So if you see the milk and the water which we have added is boiled nicely. So I am going to start adding the rice. So first we'll start with the sweet pongal. I will add the rice and the moong dal whichever we washed and kept. So I am going to add similarly in this as well for savory pongal. So what you should do is the ratio is like rice for pongal, like it will be rice and moong dal ratio, like whatever you have taken. To that 1:5 you should take. So 1 cup of rice and 1.5 cup, 1.4 cup of moong dal if you are taking, 5 to 6 cups of water you can add. So accordingly I am going to add. So I am not going to add it entirely. If we do it in pressure cooker you can add it entirely, but as I am doing in open pot I am going to add little by little based on the cooking speed. So already in each I have added like around 1.5 to 2 cups of water. So I am going to add some more so that it will have some time to cook. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I will prepare other items whichever is needed for the pongal and yeah, and one more thing, this is not the normal water. If you remember on the initial phase only we prepared rice washed water, so the same one I am using. So we can see how much ever we can use it, and the excess we can use normal water. So I will prepare the other items whatever it is needed for the pongal, and we'll come back. So for the sweet pongal, I am going to prepare jaggery syrup. So you can also add jaggery directly, but it's better to take it as syrup so that we can filter and remove the impurities. So jaggery, like how much ever rice and moong dal you are going to take, I would say like 1.5 cup in that ratio. It's like 1 cup rice and means like 1.5 cup jaggery you should take, so that you are getting a good amount of sweetness. So I am going to add some water in that and allow it to boil so that we can get jaggery syrup. Like little amount I am adding water and let it boil. Like we'll see once it is ready, and I will show you how to filter it out. In the YouTube channel. So as I told, I am adding the water in between, like the ratio like 1 to 1.1 rice, 1 cup of rice, 1.4 cup of moong dal. Like to that 5 to 6 cups of water we can add, I roll, right. So in between I am adding the water so that pongal is coming very smoothly. And if you see this, our jaggery syrup is also nicely boiled. So I'm going to turn off the stove now. So let's wait for the sweet pongal's rice and moong dal to cook very smoothly. After that we can start adding the jaggery syrup. So if you see, like I have added good amount of water, like 5 to 6 cup as I told, and the sweet pongal is almost ready, like nicely cooked. Rice and moong dal are nicely cooked and they are coming together. So in this stage what I am going to add, I am going to add the jaggery syrup whichever we prepared. Okay. So if you see, there are some impurities in that which is coming up, which is not needed for our pongal. So I am going to remove them using a filter. So like that, if you like just like you filter, so whatever impurities are there, they will just come out. So that's all. So if you see, our sweet pongal recipe base is ready actually. The rice and the jaggery are like well together it came. So now I am going to prepare the tatka or the cashew and raisins we can roast and add on top of it, so that sweet pongal will be ready. So for that I have taken a tatka pan. So in that I am going to add a good amount of ghee. So for the pongal, ghee is the main ingredient. You should add how much ever you want, like 1 to 2 spoons will be like a good amount. It will give a good amount of flavor to your recipe. So I am adding like near to 1.5 spoons of ghee. Okay. And for sweet pongal we will need cashew and raisins. Cashew and raisins. So going to add, let the ghee melt nicely. Pause. So ghee melted nicely, so I am going to add cashews first. Okay. Adding like good amount of cashew so that we will get nice flavor on the pongal. And after that I am adding raisins or tracha. Okay. And one more thing what you can do is, so as it's like a sweet recipe, in any sweet recipe we will add a hinge of elaichi. So I am going to add that in the powder form in the pongal directly. So this is elaichi powder. I am adding like 1/4 spoon in the pongal directly, so that we will get some flavor. So I mixed it nicely. Let's wait for the cashew and raisins to roast now. So once it is roasted, we can directly add on top of pongal and mix it. If you see, the raisins and the cashew are nicely roasted. Raisins should like come up like this nicely. So that means your tatka is done for the sweet pongal. So I am going to just directly add it into the top of the sweet pongal. So nicely you add it. So and give the pongal a good mix. So that's all. So your sweet pongal recipe is ready to be served. So for savory pongal, like it's, if you see, the rice and moong dal is nicely cooked. So what I am going to add for a bit of more flavor, in addition to the tadka, whatever ghee we are going to add, I am going to add like some ghee in the rice directly, so that we will get a more that smoothness and the rich flavor in the savory pongal. So after this, give it a good mix, let the ghee melt. Meanwhile, I am going to add the salt whatever is required for the savory pongal. So for this quantity, I know like 1.5 spoon of salt should be enough. So for whatever cup you are using, you should see accordingly, and the salt as per the taste needed for you. Don't add too much, because as it is pongal, we cannot do anything or correct it. I am going to give a good mix. And for the tadka, let's see the ingredients whatever is needed. So you will need again the ghee, which is the base of tadka, and green chilies, some finely chopped ginger, curry leaves, and cashew. Okay, and cashew, and on top of that, this and all not needed, and top of that you will need a jeera and full peppercorn. Actually, like in my home, if I add full peppercorn, people are throwing out, so instead I am adding the powdered form, so that they cannot throw it out, and the good spice will go inside. So that's why I am adding powdered form, but you can add a full peppercorn also. For the savory pongal, if you see, the rice and moong dal is cooked nicely well together. So now we can start the tadka. So in tadka pan, I have added 2 spoons of ghee, good amount I have added, and 1 spoon we have already added on the rice to give more flavor. So I am going to start with the ginger. Then you can also add the green chilies. Green chilies, what I have done, I slightly slit them open, so that we will get that spice into the pongal. So I am adding like 3 to 4 amount of green chilies nicely. Okay. Giving a mix. So let them like nicely cook. We'll see after that what to add. So if you see, ginger and green chili nicely cooked, and they are changing the color now. So at this stage I am going to add the cashew whatever I have. Cashew also you can add a good amount, so that for each bite you will get good amount of cashew. Okay. I'm going to give this a good mix. So along with cashew, I am going to add jeera. Okay. So at this stage, if you are going to add peppercorns, you can add along with this only. Okay. So this one also you can give, allow jeera and cashew to cook for some time. So our cashews and jeera also nicely cooked. So now I am going to add some curry leaves. Okay. Curry leaves also you can add a generous amount, which will give good amount of flavor to your pongal. Okay. Okay. Allow the curry leaves to cook for some time. Okay. So at this stage, I am not going to, as I said, I am not going to add full peppercorns, but if you are using full peppercorns, you can add it along with jeera, so that both will cook together. But I am going to use a powdered form of black pepper. So I am going to turn off the stove now, because curry leaves also nicely splattered. So at this stage, I am going to add, after turning off the stove, I am going to add black pepper. a little bit in powder form, and also little bit hingwa, because we have added good amount of moong dal in the pongal. So after adding both, I am just giving them a good mixture. So at this stage you will have a nice aroma which is coming from the tadka. Okay, all are nicely cooked. So then we can add our pongal tadka mixture into the rice. So then you should give them a nice mixture. Just ensure like it is going in all the parts of pongal. So our savory pongal is also ready, and our sweet pongal is also ready. So that's all guys for today's video. So hopefully you people all liked the recipe I have shared. Please do try this at home. We'll see in another video with another good recipes or another vlog. Happy Sankranti, happy Pongal. Bye.